So the biggest request that I've had from waifu to do to one of her cars based off of the Veloster is hey guys, what's up? So before we jump into the video, I want to address the reason why I'm doing this video. So as you guys already know, this is a universal interior LED kit install video. I know I've done this specifically for the Veloster, but there's a reason why I'm redoing this video. And the first one, the most important one of them all, is I'd like to respond to your guys' feedback. And the feedback I got from that last video, especially with this comment, is that I went apparently over the top and made things more complicated than they should have been. And you know what? You're absolutely right. Obviously, I did that install with the best intention of trying to give the cleanest look, but I basically overdid it. You can actually get the exact same result with very little effort or less work than what I did there. So I'm going to show you guys in that video. And once again, that particular video I focused on the Govy Dream Color kit. In this video, I'm using the exact same kit, but I'm not going to focus so much on the ins and outs of the kit itself. Mainly, I just want to show you guys how easy it is to install any of these interior LED kits, whether you buy one of the numerous ones from Amazon or eBay. There's a plethora of many choices out there, so choose which one you like the best. I obviously like this one, and let's get straight into the install. Alright, so I'm inside the car. As you can tell, I pushed the seats forward, and I already took the first step. I kind of made sure to route the cables how I wanted to, first and foremost. So, to show the least amount of cable possible without removing things, fortunately, the rails for the seats on the Tucson are raised, as opposed to the Veloster, or at least the Veloster, they're a lot closer to the ground. So, I taped the actual LED strip on the inner part. These seats leave us enough room that you could technically put the strip right here and just drilled it down. And it does come with little screws in the kit, so you have that option. Hopefully this will give us enough color by me mounting it right there. Right now you see that cable because that cable goes to the front, but the cable that connects the power source and the remote is right here. So literally, I've already adhered the other side as well. I'll show you in a moment. But as you can see, the cable is going in here underneath that. So now all I have to do is tuck this cable underneath the plastic, which is why it's always good to have a few body panel removal tools so I can start tucking things in. It will be a little difficult, but as you can see, my finger is actually underneath there right now. There's quite a bit of give without having to remove stuff, so that should make our life a little easier. Alright, so here I am on the other side, and actually, I ended up not needing the body panel removal tool. These panels have quite a bit of give, so here, I'm just going to show you. But I'm going to pull it out again. But look, it's just, it kind of tucks itself in. See? Really easy. And then here's where the other light strip's at. Just be careful because obviously this seat, well, in this car is motorized. So just test it out before you adhere it and test it out a little bit. Make sure it's not going to snag on anything. I'm going to move the seats all the way back and start the routing for the driver's side and passenger side. The instructions will tell you to guide this on the outside, like so, and then underneath. Originally in the Veloster, I guided it through the inside and then out. But for this specific install, I'm more than likely going to do how they recommend, the outside, only because I'm going to have to figure out how to route the wires for the remote and the power source through the inside. Now again, same thing here. I'm going to do it underneath the seat, and I'm just showing you guys how easy it is to tuck this in. So the wire's in here, I already tucked it in, and again, it kind of does it for you. You just literally but look at that, wire here, completely tucked, can't see it, and now I'm just gonna figure out where to adhere that underneath the passenger side. Alright, so underneath the passenger side, I chose to adhere it right here. You can't see it, literally you can only see it because I'm kneeling down, and the glove box doesn't get in the way, so you can see it's opened. So now that that's adhered, I guess literally the only thing you're going to want to do is, you see how you have extra cable here? There's a tiny opening crevice, and you're literally just going to feed all the extra in there. You know me, I like to try to line things up. And funny enough, that little section kind of has a hook. So there we go. No more cables. As you can see, everything is beautifully tucked in. Now before I get to the driver's side, one thing that I always buy for these kits are these adapters. They're basically a 12 volt to USB adapter, and this one I got a little longer than the last one. Now I want to find a better solution for this, but for the time being, especially because no one's probably going to be looking under your seat, is, as you can see right there, it's not quite focusing in on it, but as you can see right there in the background, we have the actual power source connected to this extension. And the extension I have, well, there's a remote, because again, you kind of need the remote somewhere where it's not going to be like obvious, but at the same time it does have the mic to pick up the sound mode features. So that's where I have it for now. But as far as that extension for the power source, I have it tucked underneath, and it's essentially tucked all the way here. What I did was, you will want to pull this back and then relock it, but the wire is essentially going from right this point, it's all tucked in right here, going straight up, and as you can see, it finally starts popping its head right here. Again, I don't want to remove a ton of body panels, so that's why I said this is kind of a generic install. And what I'm going to do to make sure that this kind of cleans up, it doesn't look too bad, is I'm literally just going to put double-sided sticky tape right there. It's not going to be in the way, you're not going to notice it. If you're super crazy anal about things showing up, then you can start removing more body panels and seeing how you can clench that wire and hide this. But I'm not going to go that route, so that's how it's looking right now. As far as this seat and these wires, this seat has never really all the way this far back. So yeah, and waifu did specify that she didn't really care for this remote because it has a little key fob, which I'll show you, and it's also app controlled. So for now, this is in a nice place. You can tuck it back more behind the rail right there. It's not gonna like upset anything or bother anything. So yeah, so I'm on the driver's side, and believe it or not, it was the biggest pain to get past this area, specifically because for whatever reason I couldn't get that to remove. So I went the opposite way. Fortunately, we have enough cable, so I'm gonna show you underneath the seat. There's the one lined up to that bracket, and so I just literally tucked the wire underneath the center, and as you can see, the light strip is right there. That back panel right there is really easy to remove, but that back part slides in. These right here, bottom and top, pop out. So you can literally just pull it out, and then that part back there slides out. And to replace, just do the exact opposite. Slide that side in first towards the left, and then just push these two in. They pop in really easy. Now, the one thing I did want to mention is that this strip is a little bit long, and as you can see right here, in this card it says OBD port. So as you can tell, I had to bend back the strip a little bit, so the OBD port's still very easily accessible. I would say it's probably like a ½ inch or a little less that I had to fold back, but fortunately everything's nice and adhered. And again, I made pretty sure to make sure that everything was easy to stick, and you know that it's staying in place. So now the last piece before we test it out is that extension for the power supply on the other side. I got my double-sided sticky tape, so let's stick that on to clean up the whole look. So the other thing to mention is that this particular power supply right here has a red LED, so if you really don't want to see it, I guess you could tape it that way so you won't see it. In this case, I'd rather kind of know the status of it, so I'm gonna have it like so. Hopefully it doesn't bother me too much. I'm gonna put some double-sided sticky tape right back here, and then just stick it on, and just like that, done. So now to get the seats in the appropriate, you know, position, and to add some music and test it out. All right, we're in the car now. I got some AC going on and some non-copyright music in the background to kind of show off the lights, but again, keep in mind this is in the day, but here goes. So as you can see, this is more rainbow, and this is the one that I made. You can obviously adjust the colors as you like for your own app, but you can see those are the colors I chose. See, that's more of a dream color for sure. And again, that's the one that I made on the app. So you get to choose the colors as you see fit, but it looks amazing. Now let's see the back. Oh yeah, guys. It looks a lot more abundant on the rears. So success, job done, super clean. And I'm pretty sure waifu's gonna love her new interior lights. So that concludes our generic interior LED car lighting installation. I know I've done it before, but I also know that some of you guys don't want to tread into actually removing interior panels. So this was kind of the easiest way to show you guys another way of doing it as clean as possible. Again, without removing things. Keep in mind the car is brand new, so I kind of didn't want to start messing with stuff a lot either. So that's that. But as always, guys, hopefully this was informative for those of you guys looking into any kind of DIY LED kit or this dream color kit. This one, again, price, money-wise, what it does, this is personally my favorite kit of them all. I feel like it's the best bang for your buck because not only does it have the application, has it the built-in remote, and it even has this little key fob. So, for example, if you just wanna, one day you're like, hey, it's the morning, I don't want lights, just turn it off, push a button, want them back, push it back on. And I like that it's got kind of a memory setting, so whatever you have it on at last, that's what it's going to default to the next time it turns on. So this is again like that mode, but you can go single color. So we'll go with blue to keep the Hyundai blue interior theme going on. And of course you can adjust brightness. So 5 levels of brightness, there you go. That's the brightest setting. But yeah, as always, guys, I know I said I did this before, but hopefully this time this was as informative as I hope it was. So as always, thanks for all the love and support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Guys, for me, it's always about the little things. And before you make fun of me, every single car that I've ever gotten tinted, you know, they just tell you don't roll your windows down. People should know. But look at this. Nice little touch just to let us know, don't touch it.